What's going on, everyone? Welcome to episode 3 of Financial Fitness. I'm your host, Jared Myers, brought to you by the Old Fashioned Health Network. Good health inside and out. Hey, we are getting along through this year. January has passed us, February is leaving, and March is approaching. Have you established your emergency, saved up 3 months of expenses? Typically, that's a number that most people want to get to. In the first 3 months of the year, I should have been aggressive in my aspect of saving. Establishing your emergency fund can go towards your rent, can go towards utilities, can go towards car expenses. You never know what's going to happen. So if you get on a roll to start the year off right, imagine the transition down the road, further down the line, once those things are taken care of. Establishing the emergency fund is a short, quick, simple task that you must focus on ASAP. Once this is established, you can leave that emergency fund on a back burner, lock it away, store it away, put it somewhere where you can access, keeping it liquid, but also knowing that it is only for emergency purposes, i.e., and I will say it again, rent, utilities, food, or car expenses. Those are the things that typically come up the most when you're getting ready to pay for something emergency-wise. For those of us in the South, we drive a lot. We have to be able to access our cars. Well, food is needed everywhere in the world, things like that. Also, when I talked about rent, most of us have to have shelter over our head, so we really want to make sure that we are always prepared and plan to pay that payment. Next, moving on down the line, one of the things that I also wanted to mention was as you establish your emergency, we want to grow. When we grow, one of the things that we're focusing on in our savings is maybe I want to save for education, going back to school, paying for a certification, paying for something that's going to probably take me to another level, whether it's my job, whether it's in my career, whether it's for personal gain. Another thing you want to do when you get ready to save is save for travel. I myself find myself moving around quite frequently at times, so I always try to look for the deals. And when you find the deals and you save, you're prepared. Now, what does the deal look like to you? Well, that's just your idea of what is going to be financially feasible for you at this time. So focusing on travel, make sure you Google the flights. I go on Google all the time and I Google flights. I see where I can find the best trip. Sometimes a round trip is a better deal. Sometimes multi-city is a better deal. Sometimes one way is a better deal. It just comes down to what's going to be financially feasible for myself and what's going to be financially feasible for you. Next, we want to talk about some luxuries. So some of us are a little fancy, some of us like nice clothes, some of us like things in abundance. However, how do you have to go about to get them? Do you have to get them brand new? Do you have to go and get them at a fancy store? I don't know. Maybe some of you are, maybe some of you aren't. I found myself finding a lot of things that I wear and sell through thrifting, through new store-bought things as well. I'm going to tell y'all, there's a store that I love frequently. I'm not going to mention the name, but a lot of people go there. It's a great place to go because it's quick, easy, affordable, and great products. So when it comes to setting up the emergency fund, as we mentioned earlier, you want to set it up for your rent, your utilities, your car expenses, or any other emergency that may come. Then I want to grow. I want to grow in my education when I get ready to put something down. I want to grow in my travel as I see the world so I can see what I plan to come back with and want to do further to plan out the year down the line. And then from there, I want to look at my luxury things. Let's be realistic. We do have to work hard for our money, and it must work for us. But also in that process, once we get those luxurious things, what are we going to do to help it make an extra dollar for us in the process? And one final thing I wanted to mention as we're saving to grow, save to invest. Again, there are a lot of investments accounts that you can go and open a trading account as little as $100 to get online. Begin understanding a company's revenue. Don't just look at the stock price. Not going to go into that too deep, but look at the options that you have when you're getting ready to invest. If you want to save for real estate, if you want to save for a business, if you want to save, that's another great avenue to go down. Guys, great information, great topic. Thanks so much for tuning in to episode 3 of Financial Fitness, and we'll see you guys next time.